So linear guides are designed to be modular bearing elements such that the bearing rail can be bolted through these bolt holes to a supporting structure to allow the carriage to move and then transport the load. It's important to recognize that the size of the bearing rail is such that it will provide a sufficient number of properly sized grooves for the properly sized balls for the carriage to run on. The size of the rail itself doesn't really have anything to do with supporting the load. The load is supported by the carriage being of a big rigid structure, transferring the load from whatever is on top of it through the balls to the grooves in the rail to the supporting structure beneath the rail. You wouldn't normally take this rail, for example, and just have it freely in space because the rail itself is structurally compliant because of the holes for the bolts. The function of the rail is not to support a load. So hence, when you're bolting the linear guide rails to a structure, you don't incorporate the stiffness of the rail itself as a part of the overall stiffness of the machine or the strength of the machine. You separate the function of the bearing rail provides for motion from the structure. Because then, you know, when you have the rail on this structure, if you were then really, you know, load the rail by itself, then you could bend it, of course, and you don't want to do that. And fortunately, actually, you can buy these rails that are actually machined this way, so you can actually get curved motion in your linear guide. Your linear motion on a curve is just linear motion on a big, big radius. Hence, again, these devices, machine elements, components, whatever you want to call them, are fantastic modular elements that let you design the most amazing machines. And as we'll go into in a minute, they're the mechanics of how they work and predicting the load and the stiffness as a function of life are critical to engineering with them.